what you talked about, like the expectations of other people on you and feeling like being a person that is like fulfilling the expectations of certain family members or even of like the collective societal voice, like this is what you should be and this is what a guy should be and this is how all of your friends behave and this is how you know kind of like the right template, what's the right acceptable template. And I was having a conversation with a friend recently where he was telling me like about uh, dating and how he is uncomfortable just like hooking up with women just on a dime or like after having just met them. And it was such an interesting conversation because I think most guys hold this like across the board, you know, if you're with a group of friends, like you talk about that like it's a casual sort of part of life. And I think it's actually what I'm seeing, especially here in California, like it is kind of a casual part of the culture. Like hookup culture is like a kind of a normal thing and becoming kind of a normal sort of thing that happens. You go, maybe you even go on a dating app and like guys and girls like start to look at dating app as like this kind of thing that facilitates those kinds of interactions. And I just think there's actually like a subset of the male population that is just actually uncomfortable with that.
It wasn't just one cord. It wasn't just one tie. It was like, granted, we created two children together. We were married for like this energetic ties, but then just to just pretend like, oh, things are done. Like I don't think guys are realizing that there are some, I don't know, there are some other things going on that keep someone from fully turning that page. And unless we're willing to like do the work to get through that, that's the trauma that ends up creeping up on us years later when
Yeah.
something else happens.
Sex is such a powerful driver of behavior, of yeah. I mean, exactly what you're saying. Like you could sleep with somebody and then and be thinking about them for 3 weeks. And some people become really good at severing it, you know, quickly and easily. And I don't know if that's a good thing.
I question whether or not that's the truth though, right? Because there's like when I dealt with my sort of breakup, it was interesting how quickly she seemed to like bounce back and have a new guy and like be engaged.
Your
Yeah.
ex-wife.
Yeah. And it was just like, I wonder if she went through all of the stages of grieving. Maybe she just did it earlier. They say that women sort of go through those sort of stages earlier. But I'm like, man,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
for me to really process what this was for me, and perhaps it was different for her, it was like this took some work. And I knew that I wanted to jump back in and I wanted to, hop on Tinder or hop on all these apps.
Yeah.
But I knew something inside me told me that I would just be like throwing dirt on a wound.
That's what I started realizing, that all these other modalities that people try, meditation, breath work, the different kinds of meditation, Wim Hof, transcendental, somatic, which is the one that I like, got certified in. All of these things are tools. Yoga, working out, martial arts, like everybody has their modality. There's no prescription. There's no, this will fix you. There's go out and try stuff that land you in your body, put you in your present body and improve your perspective in order to really purify the lens that you're seeing life through. Let's look through life through a clearer and a more optimistic lens. And it's making a conscious effort at every turn, monitoring your physiology and being really attuned to yourself, that sort of unlocks the ability to, again, manage. And when you're a good manager of your body and the signals that it's giving you, you can navigate anything. You can navigate really hard, difficult things that take a toll on your physiology, on your mental health, on your outlook. When things feel bleak and hopeless, like you have leverage, not so much in terms of like, oh, what do you look like, and then starting to evaluate the other stuff, but like evaluate the other stuff first, and being like, and recognizing like all of the depth and substance of a girl's character, which has been a very like illuminating chapter for me, I think, because I find myself attracted to people that I wouldn't have. I find myself very attracted to people for much different reasons than I did 2 years ago. So that's been an interesting process too.
Yeah, I had a realization recently. I was like, oh shit, I have a type, and I was like, it scared me because I was like, I realized that I needed to put that type down, and I needed to go open myself to other possibilities. But I think it was part of it is a comfort thing. Part of it is maybe it's even a confidence thing. I don't know what it is, right? But had to be willing to open the door to something different or something else, because the spicy Latina, although fun and great, it has it's a roller coaster. It is a roller coaster.